everybody, welcome back. Another comic book review time, and today we're going to review the first three issues of the Star Wars Dr. Aphra. Aphra? Alright, so first up we have issue number 1 of this that I cannot properly pronounce yet, so bear with me if you think I'm saying it wrong. I'm just going to go with Aphra. It just sounds good to me, and this is pretty cool. Y'all know my love of Star Wars. Now, I love that we always start off with a Star Wars crawl in the beginning of the book, too, so that is really, really nice. This is definitely set after A New Hope, at least. I don't know if it's set any further. I think this might be set between A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. I have not seen an indication yet. So we start off in kind of standard modern Star Wars fashion with a masked person finding an artifact and then barely escaping before everything blows up. Because, you know, they get away on their scout before this big machine. But guess what? Dude gets shot, and our main character shot him and takes the artifact. So, kind of Han Solo-ish, or not Indiana Jones-ish is what I'm getting. And then, ba-ba-bum! So that just makes it feel epic. I just dig that. Not my ba-ba-bum, the thing. So, now we're kind of introduced to her, and she is in Full Row, the Cosmantic Steeps. Pretty cool. I like the design of all this. Now we meet her, what are the names? I can't remember. BT is the, okay, all right, and we'll catch him in a minute. Anyways, BT is their astromech, and I haven't caught the other, but they're murder droids. Like, they'll straight up murder you. Like, they're psychotic, and they want to murder you, and it's pretty freaking cool. I actually quite like it. She picked up a souvenir, and they're all talking about it, and basically, someone shows up. You know, I mean, this initial story is a little predictable. It's very much in Star Wars style. Hey, we have those guys from Rogue One. Demanding the money that she owes. It's too late. It's time to pay. All this kind of stuff. And then apparently she has a Wookiee pilot who is also rather ruthless. And basically she bets them that, hey, you know, my Wookiee versus your guys, and if I win, I get to go do all this other stuff. Well, guess what, dude? It's a Wookiee, man. You know what's gonna happen. He beats the crap out of those things, and so she gets out of there. And of course, our droids offer to go kill the guy, but she won't have it. But they go off on their own little errand anyways. They track the dude down, and they just murder the guy. And they're like, I hope the next one, I hope his replacement is a little bit more polite. So it's pretty messed up, but it's pretty awesome. So now they're flying around. They're gonna go meet where they can kind of offload. She is an archaeologist. She's an accredited archaeologist. They're going where they can turn in the artifact, but she finds out she's no longer accredited, and they won't take it. They won't buy it from her. Now she's like, oh, now it's freaking worthless. And then this dude shows up, and it's her dad. And he's like, oh, you know, basically there's an ethical lapse and blah, blah. And basically he's the one that told them what we're gonna find out. So that's pretty much the end of issue 1, but still a lot of comic to go. Because now we get the backstory on how she got accredited in school. Because basically she had a dick of an Imperial instructor who just wanted her to fail because he hated her. He flat out tells her that later. But also before telling her that, you know, she's been trying to research this thing. She finds this place, but it turns out there's nothing in it. She thinks that's what's gonna blow everybody away and let her get accredited. But that's when she starts, after finding out there's nothing there, that's when she finds out her instructor just kind of flat out hates her. But he's gonna show her something first too. And he's, what are these things called? Aberson symbiotes. And these things are like highly illegal. They're not supposed to, and no one is supposed to have them because they're incredibly dangerous if they get out and all that stuff. And that's when he's like, just because I hate you is why he'll never let her pass. So she gets an idea. She has some friends, and she hatches her own little plan. And basically she steals those things, and she gets credit for finding the site she found, and it's full of the symbiotes. And like, that's how she wins her accreditation? Whatever, the thing, you know, where she gets to graduate and she gets to be an accredited archaeologist. And of course, the Imperial guy is like, because what's he gonna do? He can't rat her out because he was already breaking the law too. And then she's got some friends like, I'm gonna spend my life studying that find. And she's like, cool, which is kind of a dick thing because, you know, it's like she knows it's BS. But anyways, that's the first issue. So it's pretty good. I enjoyed that. I'm like, okay. I'm not in love with this yet, but let's see where it goes. So we move on to issue number 2, and I dig that cover. Now 2 starts getting a little bit better. Did we hit up the people? We didn't hit up the people. You guys know I always do this a little late. Again, we have another little crawl. That's how they're going to recap. But let's do this. We got Kieran Gillen is the writer. Kev Walker is the artist. Antonio Fabella does the colors. Cool, and you guys can see the rest of those credits right there. All those people deserve their credit. So we have a little bit of a flashback to when she's young and how her father is obsessed with this ancient cult kind of thing, and he's still obsessed now because he's the one that took away her accreditation, her what the hell ever, her credentials. So that, you know, she has to help him on this mission because he's finally found this place he spent his whole life searching for, or he thinks he has. So finally, she's like, all right, fine, we'll do it. After a lot of threatening and a disappointed droid that doesn't get to torture and kill. Like, literally, he's disappointed. Like, oh, you were just joking about me getting to torture him? Well, that's disappointing. So I really love the droids. I've really come to love them. So now we have his version of the history of events, that it's these Jedi that, you know, want to go on and really just protect the Jedi Order, basically, and a bunch of Sith Knights show up, and, well, maybe not Sith Knights, but Dark Jedi show up and they fight, and this place just, like, jumps to nowhere, and no one's found it since. But then, you know, they come back and the daughter's like, hey, you know, it could be this, where it's a bunch of Dark Jedi, and the Holy Jedi show up to slaughter them and put an end to it, and, you know, then it jumps away. And then real quick, too, BT is like, here's my version. And he's going to tell his version, and look, it's like a giant astromech. And they're like, not now, BT. We don't have time for this. But, you know, she's like, okay, fine. We'll go do this, so you'll shut up, and you can help me get my credits back, you know, so I can do my job, make my money some more. So they go down to this planet, and this moon of a planet, and it's a jungle planet. And as they're looking around, suddenly they're like, oh my God, there's some troopers. Why are there stormtroopers here? What the hell? And we get this awesome reveal that they're on Yavin 4, dude. And the troopers are checking out the rebel base, the ex-rebel base, that is pretty much empty now. So that was issue number 2. And on to issue number 3, which is, as of this recording, is currently as far as the run has gone. Okay, it gets really interesting here. So they're trying to figure out how to get through all the Imperials, and, you know, basically they send the Wookiee out to take care of it. And take care of it, the Wookiee does. We got some classic speeder scouts. I love it. All these Imperial characters. And just, you know, he starts picking off scouts left and right and taking care of people. They send out more troops for him. They even send out a chicken walker. And, you know, even the Imperials go out. But, I mean, he's just getting them, man. It's a Wookiee in the woods, dude. Those Stormtrooper armors does not do much good there. The droids get in because they're droids and no one pays attention to the droids. So they just walk on by and they're able to open secret ventilations for the others to drop in through. And then he drops this stone, which I thought was a Kyber crystal, but I don't think it is. It's all these crystals they're going to need to open the thing. So yeah, look at this. Like the Wookiee even manages to take down a chicken walker by using some natural, a giant snake thing that lives on the planet, which would have been neat to see in the original movies. But you know, what are you going to do? Now, yeah, we have an Imperial probe droid, and he kind of finds out what's going in there. But they have all these crystals they then have to put in a certain order into this pattern, and they're figuring all that out while our Wookiee buddy is still out there. Look at that. He ripped the gun off the AT-ST and starts using it like a minigun to mow down troopers. That is awesome. All right, so they finally figure out the crystal pattern, and this giant door opens to nothing but bright light, and everybody's like, oh my. And then we get this, which I have no real idea. I guess it's going to be explained in the future. And they have about 5 seconds, and they're going to have to run for their lives. And the next one, February 8th. So I still got a little while for me. I got over a week. But yeah, so anyways, there's Dr. Aphra, whatever. I'm digging it. By the time they got to issue 3 and we got to Yavin 4, I was in. The droids and the Wookiee are really the interesting characters. I'm not feeling anybody else yet. But, you know, I mean, again, it takes a few issues for these things for you to really get into them. I love the art style. I love being in the Star Wars universe some more. You know I love that. And I love that it has that classic Star Wars feel. I love they're doing the crawl. So, I mean, I'm really, really happy with this. And I'm definitely going at least 3, 4, 5 more issues before I make up my mind on how I really feel about it. But so far, I'm enjoying it, despite it was a bit of a slow start for me. It's almost like an Indiana Jones in the Star Wars universe, but not quite. There's enough differences you can't really make that comparison, but there's enough of the charm of that idea does exist in these books that you can kind of sell it that way. So that's what I think about it. But anyways, now I want to know, what do you guys think about it? Are you reading this book? Have you read them all? Are you current? Are you excited about it? Are you excited where it's going? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. Geek out with me in the comments. That's what we like to do here. We also like to click the thumbs up button. Give me the thumb of encouragement, because I do love to be encouraged. And I'm going to get out of here, read some more books, and I'll see you all later.